So I'm going to be replacing my faucet because it's kind of a piece of junk, and as you can see by all my other how-to videos, I fixed it many times. The problem I'm currently having with is I can't get it to seal. So when I turn on the water, you can see it drips out every time. I've replaced the gasket in there, I've replaced the seats and retainers, still nothing fixed, so it's time for this to go. The first thing you'll need to do is turn off the water. It's located below the sink. There should be one for the hot, one for the cold. Make sure you turn those out. And go ahead and open up the drain to let any additional water out. Next, you're going to want to disconnect the hot and cold water lines from the main lines, right here and right here. So the socket size is a 16 millimeter, but I'm just going to use this adjustable crescent wrench to remove it. You're going to want to make sure you hold this line so that it doesn't break off within the wall. There you go, just like that. Now you're going to want to do the same thing for the hot water line. So next, what you're going to need to do is remove this bolt right here. That's what's holding this plate on there that's essentially attaching it to your counter. Unfortunately, I don't have a deep well socket 17 millimeter, so I'm gonna have to use a wrench to slowly remove that out so I'm able to remove this plate. All right. Now with the nut removed, we're gonna need to remove this plate. You're gonna kind of have to wiggle it and kind of work it around these lines so that you can get it off. Once again, this is also why this is a terrible design. Hopefully the next one goes on far easier. There we go. So now that it's off, you should be able to remove the top and bring it through the hole. You're also going to want to remove this weight for the faucet handle that helps pull it back down. That way you can fit it through the hole easier. There we go. Now with the bracket removed, you'll be able to remove the whole faucet head. Found that it's best to pull out this handle first to kind of get that out of the way. Now you can just lift up the whole unit. There we go. Here's the faucet I ended up going with to replace the current one I had. It had a ton of great reviews on Amazon. I don't really know much about it, but seemed to be pretty straightforward to install and contained all of the necessary components. So here's the new faucet. What I appreciate about this is all you have to do is feed these hoses down through the hole, place the rubber gasket, the washer, and then this to tighten everything up. So essentially you're going through here, and you're just feeding everything through. And then from there, once you're underneath the sink, all you have to do is tighten this up until it's secure. No having to deal with that bracket or any washers or nuts. It's much easier. All right, so we're gonna begin just feeding the hoses through the hole. Very straightforward, very simple. There you are. You can choose which side that you want to have this handle on. Right here is good for me. Now we'll go underneath. So now that the hoses are through, as I previously showed you, you're going to want to put on the rubber gasket first, and then the washer. And then finally this handle that screws it all together. All right, and then you simply feed it up all the way to the top. Screw it in. There you go. Now that it's secure, you're going to want to adjust it on top and do a final tighten so that your location is correct. Now that it's tightened down, you're going to want to put a weight on this, on the bottom side, so that this retracts when you let it go. There's this convenient little weight that it comes with, and all you have to do is place it on this line. Easy as that. Now you're ready to connect the hot and cold water line. You can see in the cold water line, there's a color blue, and on the hot water line, there's a color red. There's also a little tag that says hot side on this, so you can't miss it. So the red being the hot goes generally to the left side, but you can also see that there's a red pipe to indicate that this is the hot side. You'll be able to hand tighten it as much as you can, and then use your crescent wrench to finish tightening it. So now that you have them hand tight, just want to use your crescent wrench to just tighten it up. You probably only need 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn to tighten it. You don't want to over tighten it, but you just want to make sure it's snug. All right, that's probably good. After ensuring that your hot and cold lines are tightened down properly, you can turn it on. No leaks. No leaks there. All right, now the moment of truth, seeing if it works.